Conlon, Sir Frederick Gibbard College, opening in September 2019. So I guess my first question is, what will actually be opening in September 2019?
So in September 2019 we are going to open in temporary site in Burt Mill for 120 students. They will be our first Year 7 cohort. We anticipate to be in temporary accommodation for a year or two at most. And then we move into our permanent sites. When we move into permanent site, we will then open our sixth form, which would be an academic sixth form.
So how will you sell? I'm going to start this question again. Okay, so okay, this is the editing bit. So this is just Year 7s only.
Yes.
And then the year after, will that be Year 7s and Year 8s?
Yes.
In the site here?
Yes.
Do you think that's going to be a hard sell?
In some respects, yes. In others, no. There are pros and cons in open and temporary sites, of course. It's not ideal, but we did promise the town a school by 2019, and that is what we're providing. The building work isn't actually being built by Burt Mill Trust itself, it's Essex and the DFE, so we have to go by what they say. But we are lucky because most schools that open in temporary sites open in a little building that is not near another school, so all they operate on is the classrooms they have, whereas we will have that, plus we'll have access to Burt Mill's facilities and Burt Mill's staff. So instead of just having a little hut with classrooms, we'll have the tech block that we can access, the sporting facilities we can access, a canteen of ours, so our kids will get the full feel of a school, but it will be separate from Burt Mill, although we will mix every now and then in terms of, our kids can take part in Burt Mill's plays, they can take part in Burt Mill's after school clubs, etc. So we will operate a separate school next to a school and take everything that they offer to their students for our students as well. There is, of course, it's not ideal. We don't want all of our students to travel all the way from where the school would be built to here, but it's only temporary, and at the end of the day, the pros outweigh the cons in this situation, I think.
Do you have a catchment area?
We don't have a catchment area. It is based on distance. However, we have named 5 primary schools in our admissions policy who do get priority if they apply.
And you're going about the building. I mean, it's not unprecedented to do what you're doing, is it? I think one of the Harris Academy Federation schools near Lakeside did it. A lot of the Harlow schools back in the 60s and the 70s started on building sites, so you're almost repeating history here. But is it exciting?
It's extremely exciting. It's been such a long wait, and I know the town has been waiting for this. We have been waiting for this. It's such an experience for me as a head to start from scratch and build something, but I have such a strong team behind me. I have Miss Mills, who is obviously our CEO, guiding me along the way, but our team is really excited. Our central team, who is working behind the scenes and doing all the paperwork and all the other stuff that people don't see. We are so excited, and we can't actually believe this day is here.
And what about the future building across town from where we are in what's known as the old Parsimore site? Are there plans that people can see? Is there anything that people? I know that you've got to go through those bureaucratic hoops, planning applications, which I sit in planning meetings. But is there anything people can see at the moment?
So we have our open day on the 8th of September at Burt Mill. During that, part of my presentation is to show prospective parents and pupils what we have initially designed on paper. Although that is not the final design, it is what we wanted from the architects. So they have a sketch of initial designs, what the school building is going to look like. We don't yet know, but we do know the shape of it, where things are going to go. We are in discussions about sporting facilities because I think they're going to be amazing at SFG. We might even have a hockey pitch, so we could bring Harlow Hockey Club back. So
there are a number of frustrating things, that there are problems in Harlow that you must feel we are part of we're part of the solution of the problem. Clubs closing after 65 years because there isn't a pitch, but also the this diaspora of young people leaving Harlow to go to sixth forms, not only out with the town but out with the county, and I guess you must say, no, we are solving that problem.
It is very sad, and that was one of the things Helena Mills always wanted to do from the moment she came to Harlow. Our most able top-end kids who get great results from their GCSEs, who have amazing dreams and aspirations, leave us because they don't believe Harlow can offer what they want, or what Hertfordshire can. And I think that's such a shame, because we've got great schools in Harlow. We've got a sixth form in St Mark's, we've got Harlow College, we've got the new STEM Academy opening, and this is another alternative to that as well. So this is why we said our academic sixth form will be taking students who get the top grades, so that those students who leave to go to Hertfordshire will have another option and they can stay in Harlow.
Because this sixth form, as you're saying, you're stressing, is about academic, is about achievement, and it shouldn't be it's an odd thing to say, shouldn't be a dirty word, should it?
No, absolutely not. I mean, it's great that these students are getting the top grades, but our sixth form isn't just going to be about grades, because from the beginning we've always said that we want to be part of the community. So our sixth formers will be taking part in voluntary work in the community, they'll be taking part with charity work in the community, they'll be working with younger students in our school, in our schools, not just Sir Frederick Gibbard, but BMAT schools and other schools in the town who want to take part as well. We want to show that these older students will be role models to younger ones, so we want them to be fairly involved in the community, but not obviously putting aside their academic studies at the same time. But we will make sure that these students are Harlow students, although BMAT secondary school pupils will get a priority to get into our sixth form. There will always be space for other pupils from other schools across the town as well. As long as they meet the entry criteria, there'll be spaces for our pupils.
A couple more questions. Are you going to be able to attract staff?
I think the sixth form will be very attractive to staff. It's really hard, recruitment crisis with teachers, as you know, but this is a brand new opportunity. We're building something for the future, we're building a legacy. It's not just a school, and to be part of that is something very special, and I think it will attract staff because they will be coming to a brand new school and shaping it for the future. There'll be opportunities for staff to grow and take responsibilities as the school grows itself, but to be part of SFG is very unique, and not every teacher gets this opportunity. You're building something from scratch. You can make it whatever you want it to be.
Brilliant. Conlon, thank you very much.